It's more than an hour until Ukraine's final state exam starts, but students have already gathered near a test center in Warsaw, Poland. 17-year-old Darina Grachno came to the test center with her mother and grandmother. They fled Bakhmut in the Donetsk region last year and have lived in Poland since then.
I'm not nervous now. I decided to accept any result.
This test center is among the many in Europe, Canada and the US that the Ukrainian Ministry of Education launched for Ukrainian graduates who fled the country after the Russian invasion. For everybody in Ukraine and abroad, the test starts simultaneously, regardless of the time zone.
The exam includes the Ukrainian language and mathematics. They are mandatory. The third subject a student can choose. A student has 180 minutes to complete the entire test.
Before the war, Ukrainian graduates had several separate final exams. But once the war started, they were replaced by one multimedia test. In war conditions, gathering children several times for separate tests was dangerous.
This year, unfortunately, everyone understood that the war would continue during the final exams, and it was necessary to prepare for this. This test is a full-fledged summary of the student's educational school period.
This test is mandatory for those who want to apply to Ukrainian universities. Some students still want to continue their studies in Ukraine despite the war. Also, some European universities accept the test results. Yevgenia Dmitruk is from Nova Kakhovka in the Kherson region, which is occupied by the Russian army. While living in Poland for over a year, she attended a Ukrainian school. She says she began preparing for the test a year ago.
I need this test for Polish universities. I want to get a higher education in Europe and after the war's end, to return home and work there.
For Ukrainian children, stress from the war complicates the educational process.
Some fled from occupied territories, some survived shelling and hostilities. It was a tough period of adaptation. Now, I can see they are a little bit settled, but that is until there's bad news from their home.
More than half the school-age Ukrainian refugee children remain outside the Polish education system, according to Poland's Education and Science Ministry. Poland doesn't require Ukrainian children to enroll in local schools, so many study online at their Ukrainian schools or find offline ones with Ukrainian curriculum. Lesia Bakalets for VOA News, Warsaw.